Gil Patterson came up with the Yankees in '77. That had to have been a pretty intimidating atmosphere for a kid. I mean, let everybody know, you made a nice career yourself as a pitching coach and teacher and coordinator. Cup of coffee, as they say, with the '77 World Champion Yankees. Had to have been a pretty intimidating atmosphere to walk into, no?
Well, it was. When my first spring training ever, I'm 20 years old, signed out of junior college, and I walk in the room and there's Thurman, Chambliss, Randolph, Bucky, Nettles, Lou Piniella, Mickey Rivers, Reggie Jackson, Catfish Hunter, Bruce Gossage, Sparky Lyle, Mickey Mantle, who's not playing anymore, Yogi Berra, Whitey Ford, and Billy Walker. And Phil Pepe says to me, Gil, what's it like to be in this room with these guys? And I said, can you imagine, Phil, in 3 years, they're going to say we were in Gil Patterson's first spring training. That's the pitcher's mentality. We are the hunters, not the hunted. Aren't we?
If not for injury, you might have had a few more of those spring trainings and a few more World Series rings, no doubt about it. How special is that '77 team when people talk about it? You know, the experience you had with them, the ring you earned with them.
Well, I think the biggest thing, I mean, is these guys talk. And even from last night and today and tomorrow, the camaraderie. Go ahead, say that for me, Mickey. Camaraderie.
Usually the rest of us are translating for him. I mean,
that part is, other than, you're right, I still owe Mr. Steinbrenner 299 wins because I promised him 300. But you miss that, you know, and even when I come to these camps and, you know, you bond with the campers and I hear the stories, you know, I'm lucky enough to still be in baseball as a coach. But, you know, I miss that. I look back, and you're right, at 21 to be in the big leagues and then have the 8 surgeries, and yeah, I coached, you know, Roy Halladay won the Cy Young. Of course, it was all me, of course. But you know, you do. You know, I was with Homer in Toronto, and you miss that. As much as I loved being the coach, I would have rather played with him. And so you miss that, or I have missed it. But again, I'm still blessed. I'm blessed, you know, by being here and just have been with these guys for a short time.
I think a lot of us. Growing up as fans, we don't understand the game as much as we do now. Maybe we group people into 2 categories, stars and scrubs. You start to realize, though, that even the people that you call scrubs at the major league level are so extremely talented because it took so much to get there. You were a first-round draft pick how many different times in your career? Between high school and, I think, what, 4 different drafts?
Yeah, 4 different drafts. I even once threw a ball through a car wash and didn't get wet, so I threw really hard.
And he's got some land in Florida he wants to save and bring on. And as a coach now, you probably recognize the same thing, that there's a lot of talent, and it takes a lot to separate the guys who have talent to the guys who are stars at the big league level.
Well, and that's what, in the big leagues, the talent that is standing up here with me and in the room, sitting down, their mental toughness, and that's, you know, you mentioned it with Darryl, with some of the tribulations that he had gone through, and that's what makes it special when we see someone like him in his case rise to it, and the other guys here. You know, just like you said, with Mike's comments, or even with, you know, we kind of joke with the Bucky thing, that's a strong man speaking, because he can only control certain things, you know, so it's the mental side for us is just as much, or if not more, important